something that I wrote.
You broke or wrote?
Just going to do something that I originally wrote in 1992. There's a lot of get on the right page. Some parts of the world are nice, and some parts of the world suck. Those who live in the nice parts are very lucky, but those who live in the parts that suck are very unlucky. The question asked is, of all the places in the world that suck, which sucks the most? A, San Francisco. B, New Jersey. C, Tijuana. D, South Florida. E, there is no such thing as a place that sucks if you think positive. Well, the correct answer is D. That's right, South Florida is the most scum-sucking place on this planet. The next question asks, why does South Florida suck? Because so many people in South Florida are assholes. B, because the weather is too fucking hot. C, because the radio stations in South Florida suck. D, because South Florida looks scummy and has a high crime rate. E, all of the above. The correct answer is E. Florida sucks for all those reasons as well as many other reasons. Another reason why South Florida sucks is because the radio stations suck. In places like San Francisco, Los Angeles, Twin Cities, you will find modern rock stations. We used to anyway, but there were still community radio stations. And in South Florida, the radio stations play nothing more than sludge. Of course, there is WKPX, the alternative, or is it? WKPX is owned by the Broward County School Board, who are ultra-right-wing, imperialistic, fascist scum that are censoring what is played, and as for the DJs who work there, they can't talk about anything that is too explicit or controversial, or their asses thrown off the air quick. DJs have already been thrown off the air just for expressing their political views, because WKPX is the only alternative. It is still the best radio station, but in wonderful South Florida, they go off the air at 7 p.m. at night, leaving nothing but shit to listen to. Out in California and cities up north, the alternative radio stations are on the air 24/7. And another radio station that is good is WVUM in Miami, and they play a lot of cool music. But then what is the problem? The problem is the radio station has a reception of about 5 miles. And that doesn't do any good when you live in Broward or Palm Beach County and you can't get it. The reason why South Florida has a lack of good alternative radio stations is not enough people will listen to it. That's because so many people are assholes. But what is it about South Florida that attracts so many assholes? A, the hot and humid climate. B, the overwhelming supply of cocaine. C, the restaurants. D, the alternative music scene. E, the alligators. The correct answer is A, the hot and humid weather. Hot and humid weather breeds maggots, mosquitoes, crime, drugs, disease, poverty, but worst of all, breeds assholes. Hot and humid weather is evil and it comes from Satan. Yet some people will consider South Florida to be paradise, but it really is parasite. Maybe I'm just nuts. Maybe it is paradise, especially where the homeless people hang out. A bum gets drunk and wasted and he pukes his guts out and leaves it on the sidewalk. Nothing is nicer than the aroma of vomit baking in the sun with a 95-degree heat with an 80 dew point. If the temperature was 0 like it gets up north, the vomit wouldn't have its lovely aroma. Some people can't take the cold winters up north, so they move to Florida, but the weather is supposed to be cold in the winter with snow. And because some people miss the snow up north, they take the snow that is up in South Florida and they sniff it up their nose instead. And that could get rather expensive. The snow up north is free. There's a lot of crime in South Florida, as well as many other serious problems. That is why it sucks so bad. Because South Florida has so many problems it needs to be healed. But what is the best way to heal South Florida? A, by having a Just Say No to Drugs parade every day. B, by getting people to bow their heads to the east and chant. C, by dropping nuclear bombs on it. D, by building more prisons. E, by having the police shoot anyone who is caught smoking a joint. Well, the correct answer is C, that's right. While more conventional ways will work to heal cities up north, the only way to heal South Florida is to nuke it, because that will cause a nuclear winter, which will eliminate the heat and the humidity, which will eliminate the evil. Another nice thing about nuking South Florida is next Christmas we can sing Walking in a Nuclear Winter Wonderland. I do have to admit that nuking South Florida will cause a tragic loss of life for a lot of cats and property. The next question asks is, what would be the worst loss if South Florida gets nuked? A, the Broward County Jail. B, Uncle Sam's Records. C, Nick Navarro's lovely home. D, Century Village. Well, the correct answer is B. Uncle Sam's Records is the best place, and it would be a shame to lose it. Now, a lot of you have never heard of Nick Navarro, but he was the sheriff of Broward County, and he was not only a fucking asshole, but he was an extreme fucking asshole. He is the one who had 2 live crew arrested, but the good news is it backfired on him because he lost the election because the people of Broward County at least had enough common sense to realize that the sheriff has more important things to do than wasting taxpayers' money by taking away someone's right to freedom of speech. And I have seen in some more good news. I found out that Nick Navarro has croaked since then, and I hope that he's burning in hell for being such an asshole. As for Century Village, it's a place where a bunch of old, obnoxious Jews live, and I have the right to say that because I am part Jewish. Century Village is also known as Cemetery Jewish, and some people call it the Jewish Ghetto. Anyway, the nice thing is after South Florida gets nuked, you can be rebuilt into something good, and the weather will be nice and cool.